Hey guys, Jesse here, and today I'll be unboxing the Master Grade Shining Gundam from G Gundam. This is the last Master Grade I've got to build before I have a complete G Gundam Master Grade collection, excluding the Hyper Mode Master Grades. So I'm very excited to quote unquote like get this out of the way, but honestly I've enjoyed all the G Gundam Master Grades I've built, and they're really nice kits. So the Shining Gundam here is Domon's first Gundam in the G Gundam series. I'm not the biggest fan of the Shining Gundam design, honestly. I much prefer the God Gundam over the Shining Gundam, but I just kind of have it for completionist's sake, and there's parts of it that I do really like the head is very unique, especially in its hyper mode. So just taking a look around the box, we've got some action shots here showing the posability of the fighting action frame. On this side, just a front and rear view of everything, again advertising that action frame. Comes with some marking stickers which are quite nice and realistic for what usually comes in these G Gundam Master Grades. Example, the Corelander, and we get our Domon cashew figure. What's interesting is this advertises that on the beam saber it says G Gundam like it did in the show, like the opening, but I took a look at it earlier and I can't really see it, so we'll take another look here in a second. Also, something interesting before I open up the box, I just kind of realized that all the G Gundam Master Grades are like the only Master Grades that actually feature the pilot on the cover. Yeah, G Gundam was always more reliant on its characters for plot development rather than the Gundams themselves. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this guy up. Again, I've removed all the plastic bags and stuff to avoid that crinkly noise because it's very annoying. So first thing we see here is the insert that all these older kits used to come with, just a nice picture of a painted build. It's very cool. Now that I have all four, I might frame them up in a collage. This should be at the bottom. I accidentally put it on top, but we'll take a look at that later. Set it over here for now. So first thing we have on top are some stickers. So we got our marking stickers here and some foil stickers, eyes, camera, and the black here I know is going to go on the skirt armor and on the feet, or the ankle armor, just because the sort of panel line there, I guess you can call it that, they're really large. So covering that with paint or even a Gundam marker, it would be quite difficult. So I plan to use the stickers because I've used them before on the G Gundam Master Grade, and they worked out just fine. We have our rubber V-fin here, which is, in my opinion, useless, and our rubber, I guess, back of the head piece when the head opens up. Again, these are, in my opinion, useless. Shouldn't be playing too much with your kits anyways, but that's just my opinion. A runner here, we've got lots of white, mostly skirt pieces and leg pieces. I will say, just looking at this, there's more panel lines than most G Gundam, or than the other G Gundam Master Grades, but you know, that's not saying much considering they're very plain. If you've seen my Gundam Spiegel review, you'll know that. We have our shining fingers here. Very unique thing about the Shining Gundam is that the fingertips are flat. It's a very unique look, but these are very, very nice. They glow very well. Much better than the God fingers from the God Gundam. I ended up repainting those because the clear orange just didn't look that great. Next, we've got a duplicate of the F runner, I believe. Yep, so this is, just get two of these runners, look like just inner leg parts. Nothing too special. Next, we've got an I runner, and just to double check, yep, this is an E runner, excuse me, and this is just a duplicate. We get two of these. Again, more leg parts, nothing too fancy here. Mine seems to have something on it. What is that? Interesting. Can't tell if that's just like styrofoam or something, but yeah, that piece is okay. This is the shoulder armor. I can just tell, just look how plain it is. It's such a huge piece with no panel lines or nothing. Very indicative of the G Gundam franchise. Over here we've got polycaps, nothing super special. Again, another E runner. And then we get this, which is a green like raised sticker. This is going to stick on the chest. What was cool about the G Gundam is it had the King of Hearts symbol within the sticker itself, so that was really cool. Here it's just plain green, but still looks very nice. Then kind of randomly in the middle of all the runners, we have our Domon figure. If I said before, this material is very hard to work with. It's a very strange material, and mine seems to have a molding defect going right down the chest. So that kind of tells you the quality of this material that they use to mold these figures in. Look at that ass. Anyways, next we have our blue. It's a very nice blue, very rich. I don't think this is completely show accurate, but it's nice. It's still a nice blue. You can kind of see the quality of this plastic that Bandai was using about 14 years ago. I didn't scratch this or anything. This is how it comes. There's just uneven molding. It's just old molding techniques. So if you want this to look, if you plan on painting this kit, be sure to sand all the pieces. I can't stress that enough because this is not even. The surface may look smooth, but microscopic levels, it's very uneven. So be sure to sand that. Next, we got our red. Again, a very nice red. Not much to say here. You can tell this is sort of the leg pieces. I really like where the red is on the Shining Gundam. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's placed in very sparse places that I like. Here are our beam sabers. Let's one more time try to look for the G Gundam's sort of symbol, and no, I'm not seeing it. It's not there. So I don't know what that was all about on the side of the box, but these are just plain pink beam sabers. One is supposed to be shorter than the other. The Shining Gundam has a shorter beam saber and a longer one. Here's some of this really awful ABS frame. Hard, shiny, very difficult to work with, and they put all the nubs on places that would be like straight visible on the joints. So be very careful when cutting these out. Don't cut right against the piece. Leave some gate on there and just trim away with an X-Acto knife or a hobby knife, and then you should be good. Just like the Spiegel, we're missing this huge section. I believe that was saved for the Master Gundam, but yep, there's that. Got some screws and nuts here. These go on the elbows, the legs. I think there's one in the chest, but these are all in all the G Gundam kits. I don't really have a problem with these because I kind of like that you can adjust how loose or tight you want your kit to be. Don't make them too tight or else the plastic will snap and it will be awful. Then we have our rubber runner here, which is for the hands and the bottom of the feet. I understand the bottom of the feet gives a nice traction. It really allows you to put them on like one-legged poses and stuff, but the hands I never really understood. The cool thing about the Shining Gundam is we get these straight karate chop sort of hands, so that's very cool. But we have holding hands and fists, and of course our shining fingers. And then we get this awful yellow. Just the absolute worst yellow I've ever seen. So a majority of this should be gold. In fact, the only things that should be like stock yellow are these two pieces here, and I believe this, and that, and that. Everything else on this should be gold, like a very pure gold or an Inca gold. So you know I'm going to be repainting this. I'm surprised I didn't like repaint it in my sleep or something for how ugly this yellow is. I might even repaint the things that should be yellow to a more pleasing yellow. But yeah, so there's this. Again, these should be gold. And now we have the manual, so we'll go ahead and take a quick look at this. On the back, we have our back shot of the Shining Gundam. Not going to look too much through the instructions or the construction here. Again, we have our cool sort of informational in between the construction. That's kind of cool. It's talking about, I guess, the Shining Gundam and fighting Master Asia. And here we have more information about the show. Glitter Fist, Shining Finger. Okay, that's the first time I'm reading that. Falling down, shining. And Shining Finger is lost. That's not something you want to wake up to in the morning. Okay, that's pretty strange. Anyways, we've got some colored shots here of a bunch of poses you can do. Suggestions about where to put the marking stickers. And a little painting guide for Domon. That's nice. Again, nothing too special. Talking about the transformation, the hyper mode. We've got, so the Gundam usually kind of looks like this, right? And then to transform it, you'll be, I know you replace the face mask with an open face, and you sort of open up all the hatches here. It's not a complicated transformation whatsoever. But yeah, that's about it. And this is your marking guide. Just slap that sticker on. Yeah, there's no marking guide here, but as you can see from the back here, just notice, see, they should be gold. All that should be gold. So that's what I'm gonna do when I paint this. And that does it for the Shining Gundam unboxing. I'll have it built up soon. I'm very anxious to build it, just because I'm gonna complete my collection. It's gonna feel good. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.